Hello everyone, I am currently working on some grots. I think I may have shown some of these before. Trying to finish them up. This is more of a recap kind of talk on what's been going on. Working a lot, hanging out with friends a lot, actually playing some of the game. These guys have the skin done, some of the armor, some of the green on the other bits. Still have to do the teeth, the eyes, the clothing, and touch up the weapons. But the bases are done, all that. So I'm going to be working on this squad of 10 as my primary focus, just for right now. But just a little talk for this video. I did manage to find the original raw footage for my primed battle report. So I'm in the midst of trying to get it loaded. It crashes my computer. My computer's still absolute garbage. But I'm still working at it. You're probably going to see a couple more videos like this instead. Just talking about tactics, stuff like that. Progress of what I'm working on. I guess technically this could be part of the year of the Orangeois. This guy's actually finished. Kind of see his teeth, his red eyes. Armor plates, little bandagey claw things. But so technically that could be. I've been bouncing around from army to army like a lot lately, more than usual. Working on things like this guy, who's cleaned, built, primed, ready to go. So I have him. And then, sorry, I'm working in my room right now. A bunch of things going on. There's another las cannon. There's another las cannon. Oh. That one dropped and rolled under the table. Las cannon. This guy is pointing. See if I can get this into focus for you guys. Pointing. He's like, hey, let's shoot that. So there's that guy. And two more. Bam. And we have the handful of las cannons as well. I've got a ton of Marines that I've been working kind of on, like building and priming. Haven't really been painting. Just got some of the new grav cannons. Pretty cool looking guns. I paint them separately so you can actually get in there with the brush when this is in front. But I have some Devastators. Actually, where's this guy? You might remember this guy. I'm pretty sure I've shown him in videos. For the extent of the purity seal there that my friend was nice enough to point out, this is the finished model. The only thing that will eventually happen is when I find out what it is, I'm going to draw out and design my company logo, just because it's a custom chapter, even though it's got color schemes similar to a couple other Marine ones. I did this color because I wanted red Marines, mostly. And if I need them to be Chaos Marines, it's a little more viable than some of the prettier colors. Little battle damage, stuff like that. So this is what they're all going to look like. And I've got a couple friends that are interested in doing the first 500 point battle report on my channel. But it has to be fully painted. And from there, I want to go to 1,000 points, which I don't know if I've already done, or if I just planned it out. I have plans for a bunch of videos, most of which I had in the works before. I'm just kind of getting back to. I want to finish some units, do some talks, get some stuff done. So right here I'm just showing you some of the work in progress that I'm doing, that I haven't been completely out of anything Warhammer related. I've had a couple games in, a couple team games, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. I also picked up an army off a friend who was condensing what he had to a single army so that he could focus more on work. And not the job he's working, but like outside work. So hopefully he was able to get the software and stuff he needed, and hopefully he's, having fun with that. Fun at least. Profit would be nice, but fun at least. But I picked up a Grey Knight army off him, and I don't know how well this will show. This is the base coat that I'm doing. Not on camera, there's a little more blue to the armor. I don't know how well it's going to pick up. I wanted to stay away from silver and, typical Grey Knights, but kind of how it went. There's going to be all the edges, like this piece of the armor here is going to be bronze. Bronze on the gun. The sword is going to be forest color. My friends and I kind of talked about it, thinking of going more with a red-pink kind of power sword look. Just because everyone's doing blue and stuff like that. The book is going to be painted. Little skulls, little markings. Get a little closer for you. Little markings in there on his chest. They're all going to be the bronze color. But so that's the base. This is a model that was already painted, so it went on fairly well considering. It's a test color scheme, so more with that as it comes. The reason why I got the army was I play Marines. I have a bunch of Marines. I've never been into tanks, so I didn't collect any. So I didn't have a Land Raider, didn't have a Storm Raven. I had like one Rhino. But over the years in trades and stuff, I've got a couple Rhinos. But I don't have a Land Raider. I didn't have a Storm Raven. And included in the trade was a Storm Raven and a Land Raider. Most of the Grey Knights are actually just being held until another friend of mine can get a little more money to purchase them. He can just buy them one box at a time instead of a bulk lot, because he truly plays Grey Knights and he wants to flush out a bunch of stuff. But so I was watching another channel and I saw a battle report with Grey Knights, and I've never been able, because I mostly play Tyranids and Orcs, and I've never really been able to do a Death Star. I've always wanted to do one, so I saw the list and I was like, that's my list. That's what I'm going to go for. So I'm doing the level 3 Librarian as my HQ for Grey Knights, 3 Paladins, 1 Apothecary as the main unit. I'm doing a Dread Knight because the model's awesome and he's good in game as well. My troop is going to consist of 2 5-man Terminator squads with 2 hammers and a side cannon each, and then 5 interceptors with 2 hammers and an incinerator. And then allied detachment is the Librarian Conclave with 3 level 2 Terminators with storm shields and Terminator armor. So basically, if the Grey Knight Librarian gets Sanctuary, the 3 Librarians all have 2+ invulnerable saves, so they can tank pretty much everything. And if not, they're not that crazy expensive for Death Star standards. And then they try to get Levitate, which means they move 12 inches. Some people hearing this might have seen the video, might know where it is, but it's all good. I just saw the list, I'm like, that's, as far as Death Stars go, that's kind of more my play style, where they're kind of jumping all over the place, using psychic powers to, completely destroy themselves or the opponent, kind of hit or miss. Kind of like that stuff more. I also have my Sanguinar, which I painted a while back, that I'm redoing the sword because I didn't like it. But so there's him. And I bought Age of Sigmar, and I've kind of been hacking it apart. And I got the wings. Grab the other wing. And I put them on him. So, like that. This one still has a little piece which will be cut off, but until then you can kind of get the gist of it. So kind of doing more like that. It just looks a lot more imposing. Makes it look like he's really leader of the army. And since the wings don't actually do anything in game, then it allows extra creative possibilities. So I have that also on the go. So my main focus, especially for this, is going to be the little grots. I'm going to try and finish the 10 of them. Sorry, I'm just going through a little note thing that I have here just to say what I'm talking about. This is my Demon Prince, or my Lord of Change, depending on how I feel like running it. I hate all the Chaos models, almost. Some of the new ones are okay, like the Mauler Fiend looks cool. The Sorcerer Terminator Lord looks good. Stuff like that. But as far as their Demon, like some of the new ones, they're like $150 Canadian for a model. Look okay, but the price is not happening. So this is gonna be my Demon Prince. I think I showed him in my Demon tutorial or Demon Army. I have a Demon Prince, just stock, no mark, with Plague Bearers and Nurglings as my 500-point army. He's basically stayed like this since then. I still have to finish the armor here, and his helmet, and then his base. Same thing with the Marines, actually. Go back to that. I did a tutorial with the bases. This is not them, obviously. I've decided to do the same base design and color scheme on all my armies. The tufts of grass might change and some might have other stuff added to it, but for the most part they're going to be the same. It's another model working on. These are going to be my veterans. So kit bashed pretty good. They have the Devastator legs, which look awesome. Old Chaos metal shoulder pads from, I don't even know what exactly. Grey Knight jump pack backpacks, combi weapons, command squad chest robe thing, and sanguinary guard head. So this is going to be my command squad slash veterans, depending on how I want to use them. They're currently not magnetized, but I'm going to break this arm off, maybe both, magnetize those so I have more options. But I have those in the works as well. But my main focus is going to be these grots. Then I'll go back to something else. I was doing the D20 challenge, but it just wasn't working too well. Too many things going on outside of the hobby, stuff like that. But so I'm going to go back to that eventually. I'm just trying to get some stuff that I'm playing with more. I have a friend who wants to test out the 1850, I think, double Stompa battle report, or not battle report, but list. You can take 2 CADs with Grots and mechs and 2 Stompas. So it's not super powerful because you just have to deal with 2 Stompas and that's the whole army, but 2 Stompas can be pretty devastating. And so I just have things cleaning up. Once this test color for the Grey Knights is finished and looks good, I might focus on them, try to get that army done because it's a low model count. And I might be able to have the full 1500 point army painted in about a week if I get enough time into it. So I might do that. My Marines, still want to work on those, and I'm working on getting a couple more battle reports. The 10K game, the table is still usable, so I might have some friends over to do that soon. So just letting you know that I haven't completely gone away from the hobby. I just had to take a little break, do some work, do some stuff outside, and yeah. So with that, we're coming up on 15 minutes, so I'm going to stop here and just say thanks for staying with me. Subscribers actually have gone up a couple, so that's good. Not that I really care too much about that, I just rather put out videos, but please leave comments. what you want to see and what you want next.